What's happening, guys? Jason here with some 1970 Buick GS action. Now, there's been some updates on it since the last time I posted a video. I got the speedometer cable working properly. It was an absolute nightmare and did not film well in the slightest. It was at Nissan levels of dumbassery. You have to take the entire dash apart, and then the gauge cluster has to come out about a ½ inch at a time as you unhook various things that are attached to it. Horrendous plan. It was god awful to do, but the speedometer works now. So what we're doing today here is installing gauge package on it. Now, I am the type of guy that does not like hang down gauge packages. And considering there is no accessible grommet to the outside, we also have to drill a hole in the firewall, which I am also not a big fan of. However, what I'm even less a fan of is being stranded in the middle of God's green nowhere, because in the 70s they thought idiot lights were good enough, gen brake, hot and oil pressure lights. And by the time they come on, you are well and truly screwed. So we're going to wind up putting in our own gauge package here. So I've been taking a look here at the best place of mounting it, which you can see is, nothing really good. I really hate pillar pods. It's, the whole Fast and Furious thing doesn't belong on there. So I am continuing with the theme of this car of doing an old school 70s style muscle with our hang down nestling right here next to our Buick 8-track. Now, as mentioned, there are no grommets anywhere accessible through here that can get me anywhere remotely close to what I'm doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in right here, which is really hard to see, and go straight through that firewall and put ourselves in a grommet, and then run everything we need straight through there. It'll also give me access for, like radio wires and amp kits if I ever want to add on a subwoofer to this car. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on here, and yeah, we're gonna get to it. Okay, so where we're going to be going through is right up through there, and I've already looked at the other side, and there's kind of nothing in this area that I can hit. The heater box is right above it, but even still, we're going to come in with our drill here and make a pilot hole. Now, I have no way of really situating y'all so you can see what I'm doing, but you can just imagine a little bit of a zzz, zzz, whir, zzz, zzz, son of a bitch, and hole will go through right there. So I'm going to set this down and drill the hole, cry a little bit, and then put my grommet in and start mounting the gauges. Okay, so a little bit of cussing, a little bit of luck later. Gauge cluster is mounted down there, definitively 70s style. So went through over to here and had access to my temperature gauge right here, which again, just an idiot light, so I just want to pop that gauge out and do it. Now, oil pressure gauge, I'm having a hard time finding. I know it's somewhere down here by the oil pump, but where exactly? Don't particularly know. But I'll lift it up on the lift here and take a peek underneath there. It's probably just covered in oil and everything else, but yeah, that's where we'll be headed to next. Okay, so it's been legit 3 weeks since I filmed that. I was getting ready to do the video, and my footage of actually installing the oil pressure gauge and the temperature gauge just legit vanished into thin freaking air. So I didn't hit the button or something, but I don't have the keys in here right now. I'm getting ready to do something else, but there's our final product set up. Still got to tidy up that and then get my 8-track player back on. But yeah, that's pretty much your final product. Everything works as it should. It idles, hot idles about 25 psi of oil pressure. It runs about 190 on the temperature, so absolutely perfect numbers for this car. So yeah, sorry I didn't get the rest of it. It was really kind of boring anyway. It was just me getting covered in grease from the oil pressure sensor, and then the top was like legit 30 seconds of wrenching, so nothing particularly that interesting. But yeah, that's basically it. So do apologize about that missing video quality, and Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you enjoyed these videos and you want to see more.